Welcome back, awesome action toy fans and subscribers. I have here Marvel Legends 1/12 scale. This is Death Dealer from Shang Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. It says on the back, Death Dealer is one of the most formidable opponents Shang Chi has ever faced. Picked him up because he looks pretty cool. I like the fact he's got these sort of throwing daggers coming out and these spare hands. I got him relatively cheap because I got him without the bath part. I could have bought the bath, still can, loose for about 45 quid, 50 quid if I wanted to, but he doesn't really fit into any of my universes. I don't really want to start another one. Well, I do, but I can't really afford to start another one. Looks pretty cool. He'll fit in with my fantasy stuff. Let's open him up and see what he is like. Okay. So we have here this spare, or the alternative hands, I should say. He has right hand throwing the two daggers, looks pretty cool. And he has a left hand holding one dagger ready to be thrown. Then we have the figure itself. Sculpt looks really good. I'm glad there's a split on this sort of tunic, so his legs can come out to the side. It'd be better if this split was slightly higher on this side. Pretty good job on the sculpting. I like the texture on the tunic. Boots look a little plain. I like the touch. I've got the daggers on his back as well. Stands up straight out of the box. He's going to have some pretty good articulation. The hair, is it articulated? Let's have a look. So there appears to be some movement in the hair, but I don't want to force it in case it's not. I'm just sort of going to break it. Looks cool. The only thing, if you're going to use them in a fantasy verse that's not part of Marvel, is these boots are a bit too modern, but you have to paint those in leather or something, I don't know. Let's see what his articulation is like. So he can look left and right. He has an up and a down. Good side to side. Very good down. And his up is, wow, that's just phenomenal. Look at that. Very, very good. Arms all the way around. To the side, he gets over, just about over flat on both. Particularly the left more than the right, a little bit. He has a double elbow joint, so his bicep bend should be good. I'm not actually getting the bend on the second part of the bicep. Okay, let's straighten it out and it's bent from this side. Okay. There we go. You have to really get the bend from the bicep right before you bend the arms. Because you see this arm is bent. This one's only bent from one part of the joint. Getting to bend from the second part on this arm is proving really quite tough. Okay, I won't do that. Oh, there we go, just about there. Well, not really. I have to do that in hot water to loosen that joint. But really good bicep bend. Trunk will be interesting. He's going to have trunk articulation, but it's going to be stuck under this tunic. Now, under the tunic, he does have some basic sculpting on the trousers and texture on the crotch section. It appears like he's wearing armor underneath this. I don't think you can take this off easily. You'd have to take you'd have to take his shoulders out and then push it on top. I don't think there's a latch anywhere. I'd be curious to see what he's got on his chest sculpt underneath this. It can come off. In fact, if you look here, the seam, you can peel back the seam under his arm. So it appears that it might be glued. There. And they're like, why are you breaking your brand new figure? Because I want to see what's underneath and it's a review channel. Cool. That is stiff. Yeah, I need to cut up a knife to get it off, but that's where it would come off on his left side. Okay, so yeah, it's like nothing. Legs, disappointing. You think he'd go further if he's into martial arts, but I guess he just throws knives. There is a twist. There's a double kneecap. Gets really, really tight on that. There is no turn apart from the hip. He gets a nice tippy toe. His dorsiflexation is pretty good. And then his feet do twist side to side with a quite a satisfying little click sound. Okay, so let's. I do like these sculpting on the hands. It does give them a certain nice aesthetic. Let's get him in a sort of a pose. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. It just feels like he needs to have slightly more articulation. That's going to be a good pose with those hands. Just need to get to stand up. And he'll look... There we go. He does look pretty damn good with those hands. Come on, don't fall over. He was standing up. If you had waist articulation, that would be a lot easier, or trunk articulation. As it is, I might have to do this. You get the idea. But the hands do look phenomenal. It's almost like Bruce Lee. Looks pretty damn cool. So he's not going to be the best for articulation, which is a shame. In fact, I'm going to quickly pause this, get a knife, cut this, and see what's underneath. And I'll show you guys. So back in an instant. Okay, I'm back, and we can see that he does indeed have trunk articulation. But this tunic is stopping that from happening. Now, if I take his head off, and if I take his hands out, can I get this off easily without taking his arms off? Let's have a look. Yeah, I think I can. Whew, so close. Okay, there we go. So this is what he looks like underneath that tunic. He's got like a silver armored body, bit sci-fi-ish, but still pretty cool. Let's put in his other hands. So let's have his right hand is wave articulation, and this one is a wave articulation, and his other hands are both wave articulation. Now we can get a much easier, it should be much easier to pose now, since now I've got the trunk in play. That's too low, those knives. Let's go that way. This is getting rather annoying. He just needs some better ankle articulation, really. Well, you get the idea. He's like so close to actually balancing. Looks really quite cool. So aesthetically, I think it looks pretty damn good. Articulation is not the best, particularly the legs need more, and the ankles in particular to help him do some more dynamic posing. The spare hands, the throwing knife, they are really nice feature. What would have been great is if he also came with at least one fist hand, so he can punch instead of just the standard hands being both open hands instead, which is not bad, but you want some fist hands as well. Yeah, it's all right, I guess. And I have to cut off this part here. I use the knife. And you can just reattach that if you want. You can glue it or just leave it and just stick it on again without. Decent figure. I like him, but he's not the best. Okay, let's have a quick comparison with some other figures. So I will use my favourite Black Knight, who's not the biggest Marvel legend, but they scale perfectly well. Dr. Doom with a Black Knight helmet. Looks pretty cool again. And then let's use Cole Obsidian Bath, because he's massive. And now I can really use his look up articulation to good use. Pretty cool, but not the best. Let's move him over here slightly. Okay, this is Awesome Action Toys. I'm signing out, so please like, share, and subscribe. I'll be back soon with more awesome action toy videos for you. Stay happy, keep collecting, and check out the rest of my content for more Marvel Legends, 112 scale, lots of 118 scale, and other scales and other toy lines too. Bye-bye.